At Ritual, we're celebrating all moms this Mother's Day, current and aspiring. So whether you're looking for fertility support, natal choline, or our best-selling clinically backed prenatal, we've got you covered. Find your Ritual. Go to ritual.com/podcast and for a limited time, get 40% off your first month. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Based on net sales from industry data, including Nielsen IQ, Stackline, and Numerator as of Q4 2024 and top 5 products.
Welcome back to the Awakening Women podcast. This is a throwback episode. Should I give him another chance? This is the burning question in every woman's mind many, many times over, whether you're still in the relationship living with your spouse or you have separated and are still feeling hooked in the relationship and wondering if you should return. I've worked with women in both of those camps, and this question seems to be the most prevalent thing that women are wondering until they finally get to that last level of, no, I'm not giving it another chance. But it takes quite a few times and quite a few repetitions of asking yourself this question and then getting hooked back into the cycle. So I'm going to play that episode now for you and see if this resonates with you. It's Leanne here, and I ended up skipping a week last week. I was honestly just very immersed in clients and getting my ladies inside of the End the Cycle program taken care of, making sure I was present for that and creating content and so many different things I was doing behind the scenes that my podcast episode last week had to be the thing that went. But here I am, I'm back for another episode, and in this episode I'm addressing the question, should I give him another chance? How do I know if this time he's really going to change or that he really means that he wants to make things work? So one of the things that can happen when we are in a relationship like this is that there's the cycle that happens. And I've talked about it before on the podcast, and it's really important to understand how that cycle goes, is that there is a pattern to it. And one of the phases of the pattern after there's been a blow up of some kind or an upset or an event has happened is that when there's been some distance then and things have blown up. So that might look like you're angry, you're distancing, maybe you have taken space, maybe you've had a breakup. Who knows what that really looks like for you, because it could look like lots of different scenarios. Is looking at the hoovering phase. This is the phase where so many get stuck in thinking this time is going to be different. Okay, so this is why we need to discern and get to know what's hoovering and when maybe somebody is really wanting to change and they are wanting to do the work. So it's recognizing what hoovering is, and it's the nice phase of the cycle. It feels really good. It precedes the honeymoon stage of the cycle. So this is after there's been an altercation, there's been some kind of event, and there is now some kind of distance. And this is when your partner starts doing all the things he might have done in the beginning phase, or the things he knows you like, the things he knows you want to hear, and promises to change, and all the wonderful things are being said, all the right things are being said. Now I want to say one thing is that not all of them hoover, right? Not all of them do this. Some of them that are more neglectful and passive just further kind of distance themselves and completely disconnect and don't do anything. So that can be a frustrating thing for some women who are going through the process working with me, where some of it is pulling back and witnessing, is that, well, their partner doesn't do anything then. So then what do you do? And that's a whole other thing, but it's a really good way to test, like, what's really going on here, and start shifting your part in the dance. So the hoovering part feels good, and it's usually done in a way that is, I'm sorry, I promise to change, I promise I'll go to counseling, I'll do this, I'll do that, I won't do it again, I promise. But I want you to remember that I'm sorry doesn't mean anything, that the best apology is changed behavior. This is something I repeat to my clients over and over because they start getting lost in the words. Anybody can say anything. But what you need to do is watch behavior. So if you are someone that's asking, can he change? Should I give him another chance? Well,
look at the behavior. What is he doing differently? Is there anything he's doing differently? Is he showing goodwill that he's wanting to change? Is he coming to you with a plan of action, what he's going to do? Has he admitted his faults? Has he admitted the abuse? Has he admitted that he's been wrong? Has he admitted that he wants to change for himself and be better? Is he in a place where he's at his rock bottom, ready to do whatever he can to save the relationship? So until that happens, then likely probably not going to change. So the question is, should I give him another chance, comes from a lot of different, I can't answer that. There isn't a yes or no answer. And that is actually something I never even answer for my clients. I don't help them and nudge them to create an exit plan until they've told me that they have made the decision and they realize after all the process that we've gone through, they've gotten the clarity that it's not changing. Then I start nudging them on the execution of the leaving plan, the exit plan. But I never give them an answer because every woman is in a different place. That's why I'm not here to tell you, well, if you know that you resonate with everything I've said already in the podcast here and that I've said in my masterclasses and you've heard me say in other places, then you just need to leave. I don't do that. I do say that there's times when that might become apparent, but for everyone, that is different. Everyone is in a different situation. Everyone is in a different scenario. Everyone is experiencing a different level of these behaviors. And, for me to say you just need to leave, that's leaving out so many women that are in the in-between, not quite ready to make that decision yet. And you need support too. You need somewhere to go. And that's what the Awakening Women Support Facebook group is for, by the way, if you don't know about it. If you go onto Facebook and just go into the search bar of Facebook and just literally put in hashtag Awakening Women Support and search that, and you'll see my group pop up. And that is for career and entrepreneurial conscious women. You're on the growth path. You are one of those types that read books, listen to podcasts. You want to grow, you want to expand, you want to have more of a conscious relationship, but you're not sure if that can be done in the relationship you're in, then that is the group for you. So the best apologies change behavior. Tattoo that on your brain. If the behavior doesn't change, he's not really sorry, because an apology without change is just manipulation. It's not even sincere, right? If somebody apologizes and keeps doing it, they're not actually sorry. So here's some ways that you might get sucked back in. This is part of the hoovering. Is that he might start doing nice things. He might buy you something that's your favorite or things he knows you like, flowers, chocolate, clothes, whatever. He might start doing stuff around the house you've been asking him to do for ages. He might arrange a date night and be all affectionate and kissy and huggy and just trying to give you all kinds of attention. He might do something that he's before not wanted to do that you've been asking, and then he finally does it. So those are the kind of things that might hoover you back in. It could also be on the negative side of guilt. Poor me. Can't you think of me? Where's your compassion? All those pieces of like you've been the one that's been mean and you need to do this and you need to do that and you're the reason why I've acted this way. And so then they play on your compassion, your guilt, and your empathy, and then that hooks you back into the cycle. So then before you know it, you are right back into the tension building. So if you go back in and then you start feeling, okay, well, this is feeling pretty good and it feels really good. That part of the cycle feels amazing because you're getting what it is that you need. It's a rush of happy chemicals, right? It's getting your hit. It's the part that you're actually addicted to. It's the part you're trying the whole cycle to get. And so you're handed it only part of the time. But I want to say you deserve more than quarter time happiness. Right? You deserve to be treated like that all the time, like he treats you in the hoovering phase, in the honeymoon phase. You deserve to be treated that way all the time. No relationship is perfect, but it should be something that fills you up more than drains you and sucks the life out of you and creates more happiness and joy than it does anxiety and tension and conflict and stress. So once all of that is over and he's done all the things to suck you back in, you start believing maybe this time it's going to change. You're right back in the tension building, gaslighting, stonewalling, silent treatment, careless behavior, the jabs, the pokes, the jokes, the passive aggressiveness. And there you go again. You're right back around in the cycle. So to answer, should I give him another chance? I'm sorry, I don't actually have an answer for you, but this is going to give you some insight into why are you going to? What is it that you feel you're going to get from going back into the situation again? You know, what is left to salvage? Is there anything? And that's some really important and tough questions you have to ask yourself. And it has to come from a place within you that you're not betraying yourself. You are holding boundaries. You're not delusional. You are very clear about what's going on. Your eyes are wide open. You know the patterns. You know the cycle. You know the behaviors. You know that it's not about you. And you're going into it with very, very different energy and very different awareness. And this is actually what I help the ladies do inside of End the Cycle. And I'm just going to plug it here because I'm starting to plant the seeds that I will be opening up a new enrollment, a new group, a new live round, inside of the ETC group in January. So if you want to learn about what to do if you're in this and you're in this place of I don't really know what to do. I know this is going on. I'm not really sure how to handle it. I'm confused. I don't know what's mine. I don't know what's his. I don't know how to set boundaries. I don't know what to do when he doesn't respect my boundaries. I don't know what to do with some of these behaviors. I feel like I've tried everything, but I'm not really in a place yet to make that decision to leave for whatever the reason. Every woman's reason is different. And so that's what we help you really explore in End the Cycle, is to get some clarity based on what it is you want and clarity on your situation. So some women end up realizing they need to leave and they start thinking in those terms, and others, that's not where they are, but they get a lot of clarity and empowerment. And when you have the clarity and empowerment, you're not suffering anymore. You can witness what is going on and not take it personally and take it on and allow it to drain your emotional energy. So either way, End the Cycle is for you if you're experiencing this and you want clarity and empowerment and more inner peace and peace of mind. And if you want to get on the wait list, I'm going to pop the link here in the show notes, and you can get on that wait list and be notified when I open enrollment. And you'll also get my 5 steps to break free emotionally from painful love relationship dynamics masterclass as soon as you opt into that and put your name on the wait list. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight, but I'm going to leave you with one journaling activity that you can do if you're asking yourself, should I give him another chance? What evidence do I have that he is actually changing, or that he is going to change? And remember, words mean nothing. Talk is cheap. The evidence is in the actions. It's in the behaviors. It's in the willingness. I mean, not that words don't matter, because sometimes it has to be spoken at first, but it's backed by action. It's backed by action. It's not empty words with no follow through. It is literally followed by the things that are being said. And that's where there is so much of the discord and disconnect that happens in these types of relationships. It's all talk, no action, no follow through, or maybe it's follow through for a few weeks and you're right back at it again, because in order to change, you have to go through extensive self-growth work, self-healing work. Look at your patterns of the past. Look at your trauma. Look at your upbringing. Look at why you have self-worth issues and why you feel inadequate and all those dark, deep trauma wounds. That's what has to be looked at in order to change these dynamics from the point of view of the person who is emotionally abusive and narcissistic on the spectrum, has the traits, is full-blown NPD. Doesn't really matter. The point is that that's the work that they have to do, and be willing to do it and committed long-term, not just for a month until they get you sucked back in and go right back. They have to recognize it is a long game. There is no quick fix. It is a continual journey of self-awareness, self-growth, consciousness, and there is no like one and done thing. Going to therapy for a couple of times a month for a little bit of time, not enough. So it's also about getting clear on what it is that you want and what you need, and getting honest if that's something you can get in this relationship that you're in. So that's this quickie episode for this week. I hope this was helpful and gave you a little bit of something to ponder if you're questioning this. And again, come join us inside the Facebook group and get support. It's so awesome in there where ladies are posting and asking questions and supporting one another. It's a great high vibe tribe for women who are on this path, and they just support one another. It's so beautiful to see it. And so if you're looking for a positive, empowering community where we're not there to complain, we're there to grow and learn, then come find us on Facebook, Awakening Women Support. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. I'm so grateful that you chose to tune in and take the time to be part of this movement and this message. If you'd like to join a community of awakening women, I invite you to join our private Facebook community for career and entrepreneurial women who are working on breaking free emotionally from unhealthy and stressful relationship dynamics in their life. The other thing that I would recommend is that you follow me on Instagram at Awakening Women. And lastly, if you love this episode and this show has served you, please take a moment right now and leave a rating and review on iTunes. I would so appreciate it, and I'll speak with you again in the next episode. Take care.
Here at Ritual, we know that a mother's support isn't limited to one day a year, and we believe that yours shouldn't be either. So this Mother's Day, we're honoring the world's biggest supporters with science-backed daily rituals that center you not just today, but every day. Whether you're thinking about motherhood, actively trying, or already there, we've got you covered for when it matters most. From fertility support and natal choline to our best-selling clinically backed prenatal multivitamin, know that you're getting clean, traceable key ingredients in bioavailable forms. Because let's be honest, you don't have time for guesswork. Find your ritual. Go to ritual.com/podcast and for a limited time, get 40% off your first month. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Based on net sales from industry data, including Nielsen IQ, Stackline, and Numerator as of Q4 2024 and top 5 products.